Hi everybody, and welcome to the wrap-up of E3 / pre-500 subscribers / EU pre-Ramble, because we had something happen in England, and I'm an entertainer. It's more politics, don't want to go into it, but, you know, America and the rest of the world's freaking out, complete and total freak out, so I just want to clear it up for any American viewers watching. So, yesterday, England did have a European Union referendum, and we are leaving the European Union, and everybody's freaking the fuck out. And I just want to say to everybody, be you American or English, don't worry. There's nothing to fear. I mean, obviously, there's like stock markets and stuff going into all of this. You know, it's more above my head. But let me just say this, right? There's nothing to fear, okay? When back in World War II, we were cut off from the rest of Europe. We did fine, and that was when, you know, like, everybody was going to kill each other. Now we've just left the European Union. It doesn't mean shit. You know, we sell fish to Sweden, and Sweden loves our fish because, you know, Britain. When you think of British holidays, what you think of? Oh, I'm just gonna go to the seaside and have some fish and chips. We invented fish and chips, so, you know, British fish and chips, that's the tastiest fish and chips in the world. Like, you want British fish and chips, but you know, it's like everybody's like, oh god, it's all over, and it's like, nah. You know, Sweden buys our fish and chips right now as it is, and they're not gonna stop buying our fish and chips. Like, if we leave the EU, or if we leave the European Union, which we have done, Sweden's still going to want our fish and chips, and they're still going to buy our fish and chips. And if, like, Brussels says that they're not allowed to buy our fish and chips, well, that's just going to convince Sweden to leave, so that Sweden can buy our fish and chips again. So, don't worry about it, guys. There's nothing to fear. Like, I know that the stock market has had a big hit, but after all the dust has settled, we've only suffered a 5% loss, whereas the rest of Europe is suffering a 10% loss. So, just clearing it up for all Americans. It's fine, no need to panic. We're just going to go to the Winchester and have a pint and wait for it all to blow over. So, it's all fine, alright? No need for anybody to freak out, because, you know, I got woken up today at 7 o'clock, and this is why I just wanted to talk about it, because I went to bed last night, I got a phone call on, like, all my media messagings, including Steam, because it's like, oh, you know, wrong Skype, Skype's not working, Skype doesn't work, oh, quick, ring him on Discord, he's not answering on Discord, quick, ring him on Steam, we all need to ring him. So I got woken up at 7 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? You know, you don't usually call me all this many times unless some shit's going down. And they're like, Spiral, haven't you seen Twitter? You got out of the EU, you left the EU, and everybody's freaking out and saying it's the end of the world, and it's like, alright, calm down, Crimson, calm down, Malix, calm down, everybody that isn't in England. And I mean, for those in England that are saying, like, oh, you fucked it, that's 60 years of my life that's gonna get fucked. It's like, calm down. Everything's gonna be fine. Alright? It's like every other time. You know, it's like Trump getting elected. Everybody's flipping out that Trump's gonna build a wall between, you know, America and Mexico. He isn't, you know. Like, to build a wall that size and have that much manpower and that much money, it's a load of bollocks, and he's not gonna do it. Even if he wins, you know, I'm not gonna say whether I want him to win or not, because again, that's getting too deep into politics, but, you know, even if he does win, let's just say he does win, it was just a load of bollocks to make people vote for him. He ain't gonna build a wall. Everybody, calm the fuck down. Do you agree with me, Mr. Skeleton? I totally agree with you, Spyro. Everyone should calm down. You see, even the Skeleton agrees. Just everybody calm down. Good? We all calm? We all good? Right, let's continue. We're just gonna maybe build something around this nether portal. even though it doesn't work right now because 1.10's fucked it. And we're going to move on to happier times. I'm going to need a drink after that. So yeah, for everybody in America, like everybody that's watching in America, don't worry, England's fine. It's not the end of the world. We're just having a little bit of a falling out with Brussels, but it's going to all blow over. We're going to go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint and wait for it all to blow over. Moving on to better news though. End of E3 and 500 subscribers, because we did it, and I just wanted to put all three of these things together in like a little pre-ramble, because I've got stuff for the subscriber special, but there's going to be changes happening to the channel, so I just wanted to go over it all briefly in this like E3 wrap-up, because I was going to do this yesterday, but I was recording Mighty Number 9, you know, I reviewed Mighty Number 9, and then obviously Igga said that E3's over, so now backers get access, that's the word. Backers get access to the Bloodstained demo, so obviously I recorded the Bloodstained demo yesterday, so I just had to push the E3 wrap-up back a little bit. But in terms of the actual E3 wrap-up, you know, I really don't know what I want to do here. Like, I want to build a tower with a skull on it to indicate the nether, but I don't know if I want to build it out of nether brick, though, because the nether brick looks nice on the inside. I don't know what I'd want on the outside, so you know what? We'll just work on the farm. We'll just go over there, plant some crops. But E3 was great, you know, there was a lot of good games. I think the good chest is still alive. The good chest is actually still alive right now. You know, there was a lot of good games that we were all hyped for. Yooka-Laylee, Horizon Zero Dawn, World of Final Fantasy, Dishonored 2. There was a lot of great games that came out at E3. A few people were disappointed. I can see where the disappointment come from, you know. I'll admit, when I was watching some of the press conferences, I felt a little bit, you know, down, a little bit cheated. I was like, ew, you know, I wouldn't, that motherfucker, he's ruined my beetroot farm. What a dick! What a dick! I'm not having this. I'm not having this. What a dick. He is now going to get killed with a diamond sword. But you know, there was a lot of people saying I was kind of bored. It was kind of boring. I hated the Ubisoft press conference, you know, despite the woman being very energetic, there was still a lot of boring stuff going on. And yeah, I can see that. I can see where that would come from. There was quite a bit of, you know, boring stuff at E3, and you really had to sit through the boring stuff to get to the good stuff, so it wasn't the best in the world, but at the same time, it was fine, you know. I would rather sit through the crap to make sure that we get something good, rather than sit through the crap and get absolutely nothing. So I'm not entirely annoyed at it, because we did at least get some good stuff. Like, we did get to see some good shit. That's some good shit right there. So E3 overall was pretty good. I liked it. You know, if I had to say what was my thing, biggest excitement, 2.8, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, it's finally happening. I've been a fan of the series for quite a long time. We're finally getting to see the final chapters unfold. You know, we're having the final chapter prologue where we prepare for Xehanort, and then obviously Kingdom Hearts 3 that's coming out next year is going to be Xehanort. So it's nice to see that the series is coming to an end. I'm excited for the series end. I've been waiting for it for quite some time, and I'm very excited for that. So that's probably my E3 highlight, along with probably, you know, Yooka-Laylee. But Yooka-Laylee was more of a Kickstarter thing. You know, they showed off a trailer at E3, and I think they showed off the sandbox at E3 that the backers are going to be getting in a bit. But that's really like a backer thing. It's not really an E3 thing. But yeah, so in terms of thing I'm most excited for, or thing that was most pleasing, definitely Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, they're my top two I'm the most pleased with. Most disappointed at? I mean, really, there was only one thing, you know. Because if we said most disappointed, there'd be a lot of games that would just end up bad. But at the same time, that's bad games. That's not a disappointment. Now, my biggest disappointment was from the fact that we couldn't get the Breath of the Wild demo from Nintendo. Like, Reggie was like, you gotta play it for yourself. It's that good, you gotta experience this shit for yourself. Yet, he's not releasing it to experience for ourselves. And you had people like HMK, and before anybody like jumps down my throat, I love HMK. He's a great guy, but he was talking bollocks in one of his videos. Like, he said that, oh, people are disappointed that you can't put Breath of the Wild demo on the eShop because it's 16 gigabytes. It's too big. It's like Ridley. It's too big. It won't fit on the eShop. And I'm sorry, HMK. I love you, man, but you're talking bollocks. Don't sit there and say that the 16 gigabytes is too big to put on the eShop when it's not. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles X was absolutely bloody huge. I mean, it might not have been 16 gigabytes, but if I remember, it was like 10, and it was a fucking huge game. And you even had to download like those things. If you bought the full game, you had to download those things that made the game load faster because it was just that big. And you got a Xenoblade Chronicles X demo on the eShop, so I don't know why you couldn't have this one on the eShop. So I think he's talking bollocks there. And he's saying like, oh, because apparently Kingdom Hearts is going to be releasing their demo. And it's like, oh, you can get the Kingdom Hearts demo onto the eShop. I mean, it's not coming to the eShop. I think it's PlayStation Network because it's for like the PlayStation 4. But it's like, oh, you can get the Resident Evil 7 demo or the Kingdom Hearts demo on the PSN because it's tiny. It's tiny. But imagine you can't get Breath of the Wild onto the eShop because it's huge. It wouldn't fit. It's too big. And it's like, no, it's not. Don't you guys remember? Do you remember back in the day where gameplay demos would literally be like 1/3 of the game? Like Duke Nukem, no, I was about to say Duke Nukem Forever. But like Duke Nukem 3D, where you could get like 3 levels or 4 levels. Like, hey, we want you to buy the full version of Duke Nukem 3D. So here is like 4 of the 8 levels. Here's like half the game of Duke Nukem 3D to get you excited. Now, you might argue that's a little bit excessive. It's like, I've already played half the game. But at the same time, I'm just using this as an example. Like, there were games back in the day that would literally put a whole half, if not 1/3 of their game as a demo. And you're telling me that the starting area of Breath of the Wild is too big. Like, I'm pretty sure that even games like Skyrim had a demo, and Skyrim's fucking huge, so don't give me this shit that it's too big, HMK. You're talking bollocks. And, I'm assuming that HMK just was relaying the message. Like, he's a big subscriber, he's a big boy, he's got 78,000 subscribers, and he's like, hey, if I say this, it's getting the message out. So I'm not blaming him, right? I'm not blaming him for saying it. It was probably Reggie that said it, or Shigeru Miyamoto. One of those two probably said it. I'm blaming him for believing it. Like, come on, HMK. You're smarter than that. You know that they can fit that shit on there. But then, I obviously definitely blame Reggie and or Shigeru Miyamoto for saying that it's too big, it won't fit. That's bollocks, Reggie, and you know it's bollocks. You know why he's doing it? He's not doing it because it's too big. He's doing it because it's like, oh, well, shit, if you didn't go to E3, well, too bad, guess you missed out. Guess you gotta wait for the NX to come out. Guess you gotta buy it on the NX now. Ha ha, buy an NX, please. Please, the NX is gonna be really good, guys. We've not said a single word about it, but just trust us. It's gonna be really good, so... Like, Breath of the Wild demo is the thing that I'm most disappointed in. Because it should just be available to everyone, and Reggie's talking bollocks. So, that's E3 all wrapped up and done and dusted. What are your final thoughts on E3? Let me know about that in the comments section below. What are you most looking forward to out of the entire E3 as a whole? And what were you most disappointed at in the entire E3 as a whole? And obviously, lastly, why are these torches out of sync? I'm gonna have to go back and do all these again. But you know, last but not least is the 500 subscribers. You know, one too long. But last but not least is the 500 subscribers. You know, we did it across the course of E3 and the My Number 9 review. I got 500 subscribers, now at 503 actually, so 3 more than what I said, and I thank you all for it. And as I did say, there are going to be changes to the channel. Like, I'm going to be improving a lot of things about this channel, because I've had comments, and they're not bad comments, you know, it's honest criticism, and they're like, we like your channel, and you know, we subscribe, we watch it, but we feel like there is room to improve. There's certainly room to improve, and I agree with them. There is a lot of room to improve. And I'm going to find this in post, or at least ask for it in post. But across the course of this current month, you know, while E3's been going on, off screen I have been doing things, you know, in secret to improve this channel. Like, I'm going to show thumbnail, for example. Like, I'm probably going to I'll use the thumbnail that I make for this video, and I'll be like, okay, so this is the thumbnail that I've currently got for this video, right? So it's going to just be me, and I'm just going to have like the words E3 on it, because it's just an E3 wrap-up, alright? And then I'm going to have like just some words like this that say E3 wrap-up. So it's all written in Paint. You know, I don't use Paint, I use Psy, because Paint doesn't work, but it's words that are just written in Paint. I think Minecraft's starting to lag a little bit. But you know, it's words that are just written in Paint, and that's it. That's where it ends. And a lot of people said, that doesn't look exactly professional. And they're right. I fully agree. That does not look exactly professional. I know that I can certainly make a lot better than that, and I am going to be making a lot better than that, because I have commissioned Malix to make me some words. So he is currently doing, I'm just going to ask for a whip from him. So this isn't the final things, right? These aren't done yet. But you know, I'm asking Malix to do me some letters, all PNG letters, in the original Spyro text. You know, that gold text that you used to get when you were looking at a portal, like you'd look directly at a portal and you'd have like those gold letters shining back and forth. Like, I want to use them a lot more in in reviews. When I do the final verdict is always written, let me skim through a review to get a print screen for you guys. So the final verdict's always written like this. So we've got the gems now as the method of scoring, you know, like 1 out of 5 or whatever. We have a coloured gem and then the purple gems to indicate the 5, because they are going, by the way, fun fact, those gems go in order of value. So you know, like how red is 1, green is 2, blue is 3, oh sorry, blue is 5, yellow is 10, and purple was 25 in the original games. That's how I choose the colours. Like, if it's a bad game and it only gets 1 out of 5, it gets the lowest value gem, and obviously, like, the 5 out of 5 is the gems that are worth 25 gems, because they're the most rare and the most precious. So that's how I actually pick the colours. But yeah, I've got the gems in place, but my text for final verdict is just this, you know, pre-baked Camtasia. It's just pre-baked Camtasia text. It looks horrible. I mean, it's sufficed for a while, but I don't want that permanently. So, you know, in future reviews, once these letters are done, it'll be like final verdict in all the cool golden Spyro letters, and then the gems underneath. And it's like, yeah, that's gonna look great. I'm digging like this update that I've commissioned. I'm digging this little like extra bit that I've commissioned to make my channel look a lot more professional. And you know, other people have agreed, like, yeah, that looks a lot more professional than a free Camtasia thing. Now obviously this is just one update, and I want to cover this more in its own separate video, like 500 subscriber video, that is a little bit more scripted. Because right now I'm just going off the dome piece. Like I'm umming and ahhing because I'm just kind of doing this live and going with the first thing that comes to mind, because we had 3 things to cover. Obviously, we had to just calm everybody down after leaving the EU and America and everyone else thinking that it's the end of the world. Don't worry, guys, it's not. We had E3 left to do. And, you know, what was your best bit of all E3? What was your most disappointing bit? And then I just wanted to add, like, a little pre-500 at the end of this to say 500 is coming, but then we're going to have a proper 500. Because as of right now, it's Friday, and I went into town today, and I've bought the props for the 500 subscriber special. Like, it involves a Super Soaker. And here is a picture of the Super Soaker that I ordered, and I've got the Super Soaker. I obviously got some other props for the 500 subscriber special, and that's going to be its own little mini episode, so I'll be recording that across the course of tomorrow, Saturday. I'll be recording that across the course of the weekend, and then 2 videos are going to go up. It's going to be the subscriber special on its own, you know, just the actual skit itself, where it's like, hey, here's the thing with the Super Soaker. Then there's going to be a part 2 where I obviously express my gratitude for 500 subscribers, which apparently my Wii U's just switched on, and it says that out now, this is out today, Tokyo Mirage Session FE. That's just come out today apparently, and Nintendo has decided to automatically switch my Wii U gamepad on to let me know that if I wish to buy Tokyo Mirage Session, then that's good. So that's the thing. That's how you know we're doing it live. But yeah, so it'll be the skit, and then there'll be a second part where I'm expressing like how grateful I am for the 500 subscribers, which I am, and you know, it doesn't sound very sincere in this video, or the way I've said it, like, oh, I guess I'm going to script my gratitude. No, I am very grateful, but it's just not good. It falls apart. When you do it like this, it all falls apart. So, you know, the 500 part 2 is going to be me actually properly, sincerely expressing my gratitude to all of you. You have made, you got me halfway. And, you know, that allows me to do extra things. Like, while I'm obviously still not getting paid for this, it allows me 500 subscribers. Like, there's a thing about 1,000 subscribers and how AAA doesn't give you review copies. Like, I've tried to get review copies off companies before, and even if you've done like 100+ reviews, you're not a real YouTuber until you've got 1,000. Like, I want to cover that more again in that video because I'd be here all day. Indie developers are a little bit more lenient and will trust you if you've got 500 or more. So I've now got 500 or more. So now I can get review copies of indie games. I can tell you, you know, I can work with the indie community a lot more. So you guys made that happen. It was you made that happen. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, in the proper part 2, I'll be expressing that gratitude a lot more. I'll be talking about the 1,000 subscriber thing, and I'll be telling you about all of the changes that are happening to the channel, like the Spyro text that the lovely Malix is doing for me. There's other changes to the channel as well, which are only going to further your enjoyment of the channel. You know, there's going to be a lot more editing, there's going to be higher production. It's all going to be gone over in the 500 video, but I just wanted to let you know that that's kind of like the structure of it, and I'm now rambling at this point, so I'm going to go, and this is what the world is. You know, I'm going to plant this last set of beetroots here, maybe look at finishing off this hell portal, but this is the end of this world for another year, because I only ever play this world when I'm doing E3. Like, I just kind of fly around and do a little bit of work while I'm waiting for E3 videos to render and just make it look a little bit nicer. But this is now the end of this world for another year. This world will be tucked away for another year till the next E3 or the next thing where I need to update you. Like, maybe I'll bring this out for updates, but I don't know yet. Usually this is just the E3 world, but we'll see. Because if I could actually get a Minecraft server running and I didn't have to pay for it, like Realms, because Realms has got really expensive. It's like bullshit. But again, that'd keep you here too long. But let me just say, I used to have Realms, and then they just jacked the price up, which was ridiculous. But yeah, so if I got a Minecraft server running next E3, like next year, I wouldn't mind, like, you know, standing on our podium over there, doing my E3 shit, and having people walk around, like, you know, having Malix and Crimson and everybody all in this world walking around doing their stuff. And when they see me log on, you know, because the server would kind of be online all the time, but when they see me log on or whatever, they'd be like, oh god, he's doing an E3 review, let's all go round the back, because I'm not sure if I'm going to give everybody creative mode yet or not, but they'd be all like, oh, let's all go round the back, you know, through this little hole here, take the elevator all the way up to the top, and be like, oh, hey, quick, let's see what he's doing, go on, get through the door. And then they'd obviously run through the door, run down the stairs, and they'd run up to the podium that's usually here and be like, oh shit, he's reviewing this for E3. So I'd like to actually make this a full-on server for next year's E3, but we'll see. For now, it's we're going to finish off the beetroot farm, so we've got like 2 lovely symmetrical sides, and we're going to put this world away for a year. So that's that. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed my pre-ramble. Let me just get some beetroot seeds to plant while I'm finishing off. But I hope you all enjoyed this little rambling video. We're going to be back to normal broadcasting next week. You know, as I say, I've got the 500 subscriber special video and the 500 subscriber special talk to do across the weekend. But then we're going to be back to normal content, like we're just going to be back to Let's Plays and other reviews, because I have got another review that I need to do, which a developer has said I should definitely try out. You know, he hasn't given me a review code, he just like found me randomly. I said something about his game at E3 that he showed off, and out of all the videos, because it's only got 20 views, like that particular video that he made the game for, it's only got 20 views, and he's like, I'm the developer of this, and it was inspired by these games, and it's this much, and you should totally check it out. And I'm like, oh shit, well, there you go. And Minecraft is now freezing, so that's like the perfect time to end it off. I just want to put these 2 beetroot seeds down to say we completed the farm. There we go. Let's get out of here, because we can see that it's starting to crash. All done. All seeds have been planted. So thank you all for watching this little ramble. I hope that it's cleared any misconstruement up about the European Union. If you are American, don't worry. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you look forward to the 500 subscriber special that's coming across the weekend. And that's the update. So again, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, tell me your thoughts. Let me know everything there is to know in the comments. And if you want to see more, then subscribe or whatever. This video has gone on long enough, and I've completely lost track of what I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm just going to go now. So thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you in the 500 subscriber special.